What's the big deal with tech sales? I mean, everyone's making a big deal out of it. Is it really? Happy to be here with you today where I'm going to talk about tech sales and why it's an interesting area to work yourself into. Well, I myself, I worked like 10, 11 years in the marketing space. I was a product manager for large companies. When I wanted to switch my careers to shift things around a bit, looking around, I found tech sales a very interesting venture to delve into. Well, there were a few things that I thought about. Number one, the market for tech sales is massive and it's growing every day. I mean, look at all these new startup companies with their ideas. You could be looking at your Salesforces, you could be looking at your HubSpots, you can be looking at a lot of different tech companies just finding their feet. You could just be in there helping them do exactly that, bringing value to a lot of people in the world. And that by itself is very intriguing for me because when a market is growing, you want to be in there because it's going to help you grow as well. Number two, the barriers to entry don't seem that high, really. Now, if you want to get into marketing, if you want to get into engineering, if you want to get into something very complicated, mechanics, mining, etc., you have to have like thousands of hours of education behind you. You have to have that mindset, you have to know the basics, etc., etc. And it takes a lot of time to learn those. For sales, if you're good enough, you're gonna learn everything in a month. Yeah, the barriers of entry are that low. It doesn't mean that it's something that everyone can do. There's still a science into it. There's still a lot of hows and what ifs and whats that goes into the communication and how you want to basically talk to your prospect. But the most intriguing part is you don't need to have thousands of hours of education. You can basically learn all of that on the job. Now, if you're lucky enough to land with one of those companies that gives you enough time and space to learn all that in your own time, which should be fast enough, by the way, you're golden. You're gonna learn your trade. You're gonna enjoy it because there's lots of communication going on. And as I said, the market is growing, you're growing with it, and you seem to have this fulfillment inside you, which brings me to my next point. Large market, like easier barriers to entry, and third, potential for huge reward. I mean, if you're good at sales, you're gonna earn like huge amounts of money. So you have this basic pay. If you're on target, in addition to your basic pay, which is covering all your bills, your daily needs, putting food on the table, etc., you have this huge reward, this commission coming your way every month based on your performance. And that's going to be what you're putting aside for your side business, what you're putting aside for your car, for your larger home, for your children's college, and you could be earning a lot every year and you could be enjoying what you're doing. That hustle, that feeling of booking your meeting, closing a deal, that dopamine rush in your blood, you can't find it in a lot of other places. That's the main three things that I looked into while I decided to get into tech sales after 10 years of doing marketing. And you guys know about the dark history behind the fight between marketing and sales. One of them is evil, and I'm not in the position to say which one at the moment. Yeah, but I have one golden question for you. I just answered to you why I thought going into tech sales is a worthwhile venture for any individual. But what if you're in an interview with a potential employer and they ask you the same question? Tech sales? That's my bonus question for you. When someone asks you why tech sales in an interview, they don't want to hear what you just said. They don't want to hear, all right, the barriers to entry are easy. I can earn a lot of money and this is a huge market, so I have a lot of opportunities to find work and excel at my work. What they want to hear is instead this. I love tech sales because I'm passionate about technology. I think technology is changing people's lives every day and I would be happy to be part of it. Aside from that, I have the abilities and skills that I think are going to help me succeed in it. And I enjoy daily interactions with other people and learning about their pains and helping them overcome those. In turn, I don't want to sell to people, I want to serve people. I hate upselling, I want to upserve. Daniel Pink came up with that, by the way. Read his book, To Sell is Human. That's an amazing book, by the way. So yeah, in a nutshell, you want to tell your potential employer that you're very enthusiastic about technology and give them a reason why you want to do this and why you think you're a good fit for the job and whether it's going to make sense hiring you based on all that. So yeah, that's my whole rant about tech sales sales. I hope I could satisfy your intrigue. Let me know what you think about tech sales in the comment section below. Whether you're in there, just starting your journey, whatever, stick around. I have a lot of new videos and posts coming up and can't wait for you all to see them. Thank you very much for watching this video to the end. I'm Sohail. See you in the next video.